Hello, today we're at Sidney High School for the high school baseball game between the Sidney Yellow Jackets and the Bellefontaine Chieftains. The Chieftains come into today's game with a record of 11-7 overall, and they have a 7-5 record in the Central Buckeye Conference. For Sidney, they come into the game with a 5-15 overall record, 4-4 record in the GWOC. For Bellefontaine, leading off today is Sam Martz, followed by Clay Wisner. Third place batter is Connor Burton. Fourth place batter is Tyler Jones. He's going to be followed by Cole Braun, Tommy Belsner, Lane Wisner, Nick Rubel batting eighth, and batting ninth is Andrew Mitchell. For Sidney in the field, we have Jay Stewart at first, Austin McLean at second, Connor Eccles at short, Connor Beer at third. In the outfield from left to right is Jack Fiesel, Jacob Cooper, Shane Herbert in right. Doing the catching this afternoon is Sammy Niswanger, and pitching is number 45 Colton Risk, a senior, pitching for Sidney. He's pitched 11 innings so far this year, 0-2 record, and his ERA is a 8.91. We're ready to go. The first pitch is outside for a ball one. Sam Martz, sophomore, playing as a catcher today, batting .333 for the season. There's ball 2-0. Beautiful day here in Sidney. A little breeze, sunshine, in about 70. There's a line drive, right field base hit. So Martz is on first with Sidney's first hit of the game. It brings up Clay Wisner for Bellefontaine, batting .345. He's a sophomore, playing third base this afternoon. So Bellefontaine starts the game off with a hit. Martz on first, got a decent lead. Wisner takes high, ball one. Or, that was a strike, I'm sorry. Misread the umpire. So Risk checks first. Curveball, low and outside and in the dirt. Ball one, 1-1. There's a strike. 1-2. Just have to wait for the late call there from the umpire. As long as he gets them right, I guess that's the main thing. Wrist checks first. There's a ground ball to third. Over to second, got one. Over to first, not in time. So Connor Beer made a nice play there. Over to McLean. Over to Stewart. Got the guy at second, so there's one out. Martz is retired at second, and Wisner is now on first. There's a foul tip, strike one. Conference at the mound. While they have a conference at the mound, we'll try to go over the keys to the game here. For Bellefontaine, they need to avoid the freshman jitters. They have a freshman on the mound. only 4 2/3 innings. They need to, number 2, they need to get on base. They have a team batting average of 303, 20 stolen bases. For Sidney, they need to throw strikes. They have a 932 fielding percentage, so if they throw strikes and they put it in play, would increase their chances for the win. Number 2, they need to minimize the errors, and I think they've had 18 for the season, which isn't too bad, but they need to keep the runners off base, obviously. So Connor Burton is at the plate. He's a 300 hitter, a junior, playing shortstop this afternoon. I have a count of 2-1 with Wisner on first. That's Clay Wisner. Wisner bluffs going. Ball's taken high, 3-1, 1 out. There's a slow curveball for strike 2, so counts full, 1 out. We'll see if the runner's off here. Got a pretty average lead at first by Wisner. Check. Oh, you got him picked off. Throw over to second and missed the tag. So Clay Wisner slides into second base safe. Risk made a nice pickoff attempt there. Threw it a little wild to first. And Jay Stewart threw to second base, but the tag was missed at second. So now there's a runner on second base with 1 out. Full count. The pitch. There's a fly ball, left center field. And they're not going to get it. It goes in the hole, and here comes Wisner around to score. And Connor Burton ends up on second base with a double. So 1-0 here in the early going. Sidney takes the early lead. And that's going to bring up Tyler Jones, a 383 hitter, a junior. He's playing first base today for the Chieftains. So Connor Burton, second base. There's a foul ball over the Sidney dugout. 0-1, 1 out. Infield's playing straight away for the left-handed hitter. That's the ball outside. So we got a count of 1-1 now on Tyler Jones. Risk with the wind and checks the runner back. And the pitch. Breaking ball. Low. Ball 2. 2-1. Pitch. Another breaking ball low in the dirt. Nice stop there by Sammy Niswanger. Keep the runner on second base. Risk with the wind and the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. That's full count now. 3-2. Tyler Jones has 13 RBIs this year. The pitch, that's high and outside, ball 4. So Tyler Jones draws a walk. Runners on first and second now. That's going to bring up Cole Braun. Shortstop, or excuse me, right fielder. Sophomore, batting .327 for the season. There's a high fly ball to left field. Left fielder Fiesel is under it. Has it for out number 2. That's going to bring up Tommy Belser, a 303 hitter. He's a freshman. He's the pitcher for the Chieftains this afternoon. The runners are still on first and second, 2 out now. There's the change-up, low and outside, ball 1. So far, Risk is throwing quite a few off-speed pitches. He checks the runners and ready to go. There's a pop-up in the infield, the second baseman. Now the shortstop calls for it, and that's Connor Eccles. Hauls it in for the 3rd out. So after half inning of play, we have Bellefontaine 1, Sidney nothing. We'll be right back after these messages.
Our communities are filled with history, culture, and ambition. People who put others first. We are a bank that is defined by what we do, not just who we are. We build relationships. We grow businesses. We support communities. We advise the people that matter most to us, our customers. Stop in at any of our 5 locations, sign up for internet banking, or download our mobile app to better serve you. We can assist you with your next loan, personal accounts, investments, or business needs. Think first. First National Bank. Member FDIC.
NK Telco Sports, Ohio's leading sports
broadcasting company, is dedicated to sports coverage, filming over 120 collegiate and high school sporting events that bring quality content and excellent sportsmanship to the big screen. Team up with us as an NK Telco sponsor and receive many benefits: commercials that will be seen by thousands of viewers, multiple name mentions, live web ads, monthly bill stuffers, and discounted network ad insertion spots. Packages are available for any budget. Contact us today.
Okay, we're back here at Sidney High School here for the bottom half of the 1st inning. And leading off for Sidney, it'll be Shane Herbert, followed by Austin McLean and Connor Eccles. For Bellefontaine, in the field, first base, Tyler Jones. Second base, Nick Rubel. Shortstop, Connor Burton. Third base, Clay Wisner. Left field, Lane Wisner. Center field, Andrew Mitchell. Right field, Cole Braun. Today doing the catching is Sam Martz. And the pitcher is Tommy Belser, a freshman. He's pitched 4 2/3 innings so far this year, has a 0-0 record. 4 strikeouts, and his ERA is 0. So not much on him, but 4 strikeouts and 4 2/3 innings for a freshman, pretty good. His first pitch is high and tight, ball 1 on Shane Herbert. The right fielder for Sidney is back coming into the game today, hitting .321, junior. There's a swing and a miss, strike 1. 1-1 on Mr. Herbert. Everybody's playing straight away. There's a ground ball to third. Wisner has it over to first, low, picks it up, and he's safe. Pretty nice play there by Wisner, but a 1 hopper, just not in time. So there's an infield hit for Herbert. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Austin McLean, batting .245 for the year. We'll see if Herbert wants to go. Nope, he's staying. McLean takes ball 1. So Herbert looks over to the third base coach for the sign. Belser with the wine and the pitch. Herbert that time fake going. McLean takes it for a strike, 1-1. A swing and a miss, and a throw down to first. Martz tried to pick him off. The throw down there to Tyler Jones. A little late. 1-2 count on Austin McLean. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. So the first strikeout of the game belongs to Belser. So we got one out. Connor Eccles to the plate. There's a high ball 1. Connor comes into the game batting .413. He's a senior, playing shortstop this afternoon for the Yellow Jackets. High and tight, ball 2, 2-0. Shane Herbert on first base. One out, 2-0 count. That's low, but he swung. That's strike. And Herbert is safe at second base. So he's got a stolen base. Now he's in scoring position for Eccles. 2-1 count. And one out. So he's swinging for the RBI here. There's the ground ball to short. Burton has it. Over to James at first and 2 away. That's going to bring up Sammy Nice-Swanger, junior catcher. Comes in the game batting .277 for the Yellow Jackets. Okay, and on that ground ball, Herbert moves over to third base. Now he can score in more ways from third. There's a ground ball up the middle. Burton has it. Over to James. In time. That's the third out for the Yellow Jackets on another 6-3 put out. So we played 1 inning here in Sidney, and the score remains Bellefontaine 1, Sidney 0. We'll be right back after these messages. You're watching MK Telco Sports.
You'll save up to 70% on utility costs with New Knoxville Supply and water furnace geothermal technology. Let New Knoxville Supply install a water furnace geothermal system with energy management for super efficient heating, cooling, and hot water. It's easy to calculate your savings. Just log on to newknoxvillesupply.com and click on the water furnace icon. Plus, the 30% tax credit is still available. Be smarter from the ground up. Contact New Knoxville Supply and install your new water furnace geothermal system.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Myring, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
Okay, welcome back here to Sidney High School. We're ready to start the top of the second inning for Bellefontaine. Lane Wisner is going to lead off, followed by Nick Rubel and Andrew Mitchell. So they have 7, 8, and 9 hitters here facing Carlton Risk. Last night, Sidney was defeated by West Carrollton 15-10. So we have Lane Wisner leading off here for Bellefontaine. There's the ground ball up the middle, bobbled by the shortstop Eccles. Over to first, and in time, he got him. So he bobbled it, stayed with it, and got the put out. So 6-3. That's going to bring up number 6, Nick Rubel, the second baseman for the Chieftains. Nick is batting .171 for the season. There's an off-speed pitch inside, ball 1. So 1 out here in the top of the second. There's a strike, 1-1 on Nick Rubel. So Carlton Risk, a senior, has pitched 11 innings so far this year. Has an 0-2 record and an ERA of 8.91. So far he's doing what he has to do, and that's throw strikes. The count right now is 2-1 on Nick Rubel. There's a little lazy pop-up, and the first baseman dives, but he can't come up with it. So it's going to be strike 2, 2-2. Two and two. Second inning, 1 out. There's the pitch. There's a line drive foul over the first base dugout into the parking lot. That's strike 2. Count evens at 2-2 on Nick Rubel. There's a ground ball, slowly hit, short, Eccles over to first, and that's not in time. So Nick Rubel beats the throw. I'm going to give him an infield single. He's on first base, and that's going to bring up Andrew Mitchell, the 9th place hitter, batting .262. A junior playing center field this afternoon. Risk checks the runner at first, and the pitch, and that's a strike. 0-1. So 1 out. We'll see if Nick Rubel will be off and running. Got a pretty average lead over there. See what kind of move Mr. Risk has, and he's off and running. There's a little lazy fly ball out of center field. That's going to fall in there for a base hit. So Mitchell hits a blooper to center for a hit, and that moves Nick Rubel over to second base, and that's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Sam Martz, the catcher, batting .333. So runners on first and second, 1 out. There's a slow curve ball in the dirt. Nice stop there by Sammy Niswonger. 1-0. Rubel gets a good lead there at second. There's a ground ball up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. And here comes the runner from third. He's going to score. The throw goes into second base. And Andrew Mitchell gets back in time. So Nick Rubel scores the second run for Bellefontaine, and the Chieftains now lead 2-0. Martz at first, Mitchell at second, 1 out, and that's going to bring up Clay Wisner. He came in batting .345. He has 10 RBIs for the season. 7 doubles. He leads the team in doubles. Timeout here by the catcher. And that'll give us time to mention our sponsors here. First National Bank, NK Telco Sports, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental, Arrowhead Golf Course, Radio Hospital, Elmwood Assisted Living, St. Mary's Trucking, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Remax Select, Francis Furniture, Lockhards Incorporated, Minster Bank, Sidney Body Star, Bumbar Fertilizer, NK Telco, Cardinal Express. And here we have the pitch, and that's a ball, ball 1. Scoreboard sponsors First National Bank, Think First, and our keys to the game was brought to you by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. So the 1-0 pitch swung on, slowly hit grounder to third, and he bobbles it, and that's going to be an error on the third baseman. Just a slowly hit ball, and I think he planned on fielding it and then tagging the runner going to third, but he went for the tag before he had the ball. So thus the bases are loaded now for Connor Burton, 300 hitter. Connor comes into the game with 18 hits, 12 RBIs. So he is a run producer. They got the right guy up there. 1 out. So the runners will be staying on anything in the air to tag up. There's the ball high and inside. One and 0. Risking the windup with the bases low. There's the ground ball in the hole. Diving for it. Shortstop didn't get it. 1 run scores. Here comes the throw home, and he's safe. Now the run third. He's over his head, and the runner's going to score there. So we had 3 runs score, and Connor Burton is going to end up on second base. So Mitchell scores, Martz scores, Wisner scores, and the score now is 5-0 in favor of the Chieftains. So a lot of action there. The throw was a little late at home, and Niswanger throws to third and threw over Beer's head, and that allowed the 5th run of the game to score. So now we have a conference there at the mound. We have still 1 out and a guy on second base. Bellefontaine plays in the Central Buckeye Conference, and for those that are not familiar with that, they are in they're in the 4th place in the Kenton Division. There's 2 divisions in the Central Buckeye Conference, Kenton Division and the Mad River Division. Kenton Ridge, Shawnee, Tippecanoe, Bellefontaine, Stebbins, and Tecumseh make up the Kenton Division. There's the stretch and the pitch, and Tyler Jones takes the first pitch for a strike. So 0-1 on Tyler Jones, and we have Connor Burton at second base. Tyler Jones came in the game batting .383. He walked his first time up. That pitch is low. 1-1. Risk with the wind, the check of the runner, the pitch, and that's low and outside, ball 2. 2-1. And getting back to the Central Buckeye Conference, the Mad River Division has Benjamin Logan, Indian Lake, Graham, Northwestern, Urbana, and Greenon in that division. There's a breaking pitch. Strike 2. 2-2. Benjamin Logan leads the Mad River Conference or division with a 12-0 record. Kenton Ridge leads the Kenton division with a 10-2 conference record. So Burton got a big lead, and Risk thinks it's too big, so he steps off. Gets a sign from Niswonger, checks the runner. Now the pitch. And that is low, ball 3. So we have a full count here with 1 out and runner on second base. There's a ground ball, third base line, just out of the reach of the dugout. So Tyler Jones settles in again for the 3-2 pitch. Big hole on the left side. There's a ground ball, third base, over to first. Oh, nice pickup there by Jay Stewart. And that's 2 outs. So Beer threw it in the dirt, but Stewart saved him there with a nice scoop at first base. Runner stays at second, brings up Cole Braun. Right fielder comes into the game hitting .327. Flied out to left field, his first time up. Takes a strike. 0-1. 2 out now here in the top of the second. There's a pop-up out of play behind the third base dugout. Count goes to 0-2 now, 2 out. So Risk getting a sign from Niswonger. Braun steps out. Connor Burton on second base, waiting for the pitch. That's low and inside, just about hit him. 1-2 count. This is the 8th batter here in the inning for Bellefontaine. 4 runs in this inning. There's a fly ball left center field. Nobody's going to get that. That's in the gap. Burton comes around third. He's going to score. And Cole Braun has a double. So that's the 5th run of the inning. The score now is 6-0 in favor of Bellefontaine. 2 out, top of the second. And that's going to bring up the 9th batter of the inning, Tommy Belser, the pitcher. There's a fastball low, ball 1. Belser comes in the game batting .303. He popped up to short his first time up. So another conference at the mound, Niswonger and Risk. So Niswonger's a junior, so Risk is a senior, but just hasn't pitched that much this year. There's a slow breaking ball into the dirt, and nice stop there by Niswonger. Count of 2-0. 2-0. The pitch. And Belser swings and misses. Strike 1. 2-1. 2 out. Runner on second. There's a pop-up in the infield. The third baseman, Beer, is under it, and he has it for the third out. So, after 1.5 innings of play, it's Bellefontaine 6, the Sidney Yellow Jackets nothing. And we'll be right back after these messages. You're watching NK Telco Sports.
My name is John Kramer. I am 90 years old. I've decided that it was time for me to go to assisted living. I lived by myself for 14 years. I knew I was getting older and life was harder to live. I fell down a couple times at home. I decided that Elmwood was the place for me to go. It's like a family in here. Choose Elmwood. I believe it.
Welcome back here to Sidney High School. We're ready for the bottom half of the second inning. Bellefontaine leading 6-0. And leading off for Sidney is Colton Risk, the pitcher. Cole Hoffman, and he'll be followed by Connor Beer. Sidney right now comes in with a 4-4 record in the conference. And they're in the North Division of the Greater Western Ohio Conference. And in that division, Butler leads it with an 8-0 record, followed by Troy at 6-2, Piqua 4-4, Sidney 4-4, Greenville 2-6, Trotwood and Madison 0-8. The Greater Western Ohio Conference is made up of 3 divisions: the Central Division, the North Division, which is Sidney's division, and then the South Division. Colton Risk took the first pitch for a ball, and he swings at the second pitch for a strike, so 1-1 on Colton Risk. Fairmont leads the the Central Division with a 5-3 record. And there's a fly ball to right center field, and the center fielder calls for it, and that's Andrew Mitchell. Hauls it in for the first out. Fairmont is leading the division, but they're in a tie with Beaver Creek and Wayne and Northmont. 4-way tie in the Central Division. And then they're followed by Springfield and Centerville. Cole Hoffman now is at the plate for Sidney. He takes ball 1. Cole comes in the game batting .500. He's the DH. There's a check swing and a strike. 1-1 on Cole Hoffman. Takes ball 2 low and outside. 2-1. Belser with the pitch. And there's another one about the same place. Good location, but he didn't get him to go fishing, so it's 3-1 on Cole Hoffman. And Belser with a wind and a pitch, and that's a strike. Full count now, 3-2, 1 out. There's a fastball, foul back. Count remains 3-2. In the South Division, Lebanon is leading with a 6-0 record, followed by Springboro with 5-3, Fairborn 4-4, Xenia 3-3, Miamisburg 3-5, West Carrollton 1-7. The pitch by Belser, that's high, that's ball 4. So Cole Hoffman draws a walk. So he's on first base, and that's going to bring up Connor Beer, the third baseman, come in the day batting .275, sophomore. Going to bring a trip to the mound there by Coach Art Caudill. So he said his piece, and he's on his way back to the dugout. Cole Hoffman at first base. 1 out. So Connor Beer steps in. And the pitch. That's high. Ball 1. So now all of a sudden it seems Belser's throwing the ball a little high, so going to have to bring his release point down a little bit or take a longer stride maybe. There's a swing and a miss. 1-1. 1 out. We're in the bottom half of the second inning. 6-0 Bellefontaine. That pitch hit him. There's a dead ball, so Connor Beer goes to first base. Hit by a pitch, and that moves Cole Hoffman over to second base now. That's going to bring up Jack Fiesel, the left fielder for the Yellow Jackets. He comes in the game hitting .205. So runners on first and second now with 1 out. Sidney trailing 6-0. There's a strike to Jack Fiesel. So 0-1 now. 1 out. Belser with the sign. Got it. Now the stretch and the pitch. There's a fly ball, center field. Mitchell is under it, and he has it for the second out. That's going to bring up the 9th place hitter, Jacob Cooper, coming in this afternoon, batting .133, playing center field this afternoon. Cooper waits for the pitch, and there's a ground ball to third base. Wisner has it over to first, and got him. So Cooper grounds out to third base for the third out. So after 2 innings of play, the score remains Bellefontaine 6, Sidney nothing. You're watching NK Telco Sports.
There's a lot of early mornings that go into 40 years of service, a lot of miles on these tires, and millions of pounds of cargo have traveled in these trailers. It's about dependable service, the kind of service that shows up 30 minutes early every time, that gets your products, cargo, and business from point A to point B safely, quickly, and efficiently. We are St. Mary's Trucking, traveling the roads of commerce in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky. Men and women who produce the solutions that make your business grow, because the most important thing to them is you.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Welcome back here to Sidney High School, where we're in the top of the third inning. Bellefontaine is batting, leading Sidney 6-0. The leadoff hitter for Bellefontaine this inning is going to be Lane Wisner, the left fielder. His first time up, he grounded out to short. And there's a line drive. Oh, a nice catch there by Connor Beer for the first out. Timed that leap just right. Pulled in the line drive.
Number 6,
So out number one, that's going to bring up Nick Rubel. He singled in the second inning. There's a fly ball, right center field. And the center fielder calls everybody off. That's Jacob Cooper out there, hauls it in for the second out.
Number 18, Mitchell.
So it's going to bring up Andrew Mitchell, the ninth place hitter, playing center field this afternoon. He singled in the second, scored in the second inning. There's a slow breaking ball, ball one. Bellefontaine lost to Indian Lake last night, 9-6. Andrew Mitchell has 1 ball and 1 strike on him. Risk with the pitch, and that's low, ball 2, 2-1. 2 out. So Risk has better control here this inning right off the bat. So there's strike 2, 2-2 that evens the count on Andrew Mitchell. 262 hitter. There's a slow curveball, bounce to second base, bobbled by McLean, picks it up, throws the first, not in time. So good hustle there by Andrew Mitchell, beating out what could have been a routine ground ball, but bobbled there. An error on the second baseman. Going to put a runner on first, and that's going to bring up the top of the order, Sam Martz. Mitchell gets the lead. There's a line drive right to the second baseman, and McLean hauls it in for the third out of the inning. So here we are after 2.5 innings of play. The score remains Bellefontaine 6, Sidney nothing. You're watching NK Telco Sports.
Everyone builds dream houses. But when you dream, you close your eyes. That's why you need a guide. To see if it's too close to the train. To line up a good school. And remind you of the cost of a pool. With a RE/MAX agent, you will see how much better than a dream home the right home can be. RE/MAX. Dream with your eyes open.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it?
Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
Welcome back here in the bottom half of the third inning for Sidney. It will be the leadoff batter, Shane Herbert. He's going to be followed by Austin McLean and Connor Eccles. Herbert had a single in the first inning and was stranded at third base. That's as far as they've gotten so far, or as close to a run. He takes ball one. 321. There's a ground ball to third. Burton over to Jones for out number 1. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Austin McLean. Austin struck out in the first inning. Pitched by Belser is low, ball 1. 1-0, 1 out. Bottom of the third. There's a swing and a miss out in front of that. Strike 2, or strike 1, excuse me, 1-1. There's a high breaking pitch of some sort, and that's ball 2, 2-1. Belser with the windup and the pitch. That's low in the dirt. Ball 3, 3-1. With a 6-0 lead, you don't want to walk anybody if you're Bellefontaine. There's a pitch. That's strike 2. Full count on Austin McLean. Belser with a wind and a pitch. There's a pop-up. That's going to be out of play. Strike 2. So we got a full count here. 3-2 on Austin McLean. Belser with the ball. The wind and the pitch. Oh, that's about a 50-foot curveball there. Ball 4. So McLean draws a walk here with 1 out in the top of the third, and that's going to bring up Connor Eccles. He's a shortstop coming in the game, batting .413. He grounded out to short his first time up. So McLean gets the lead, and Belser's in a stretch. And there's a throw over to first, and he's in there. So Eccles leads Sidney with a .413 batting average. There's a bunt down the third baseline. That's going to be a base hit. Nobody's going to get that. So Eccles with a bunt hit moves McLean over to second. That's a good play there by Eccles. You're down 6-0, 1 out. Move the runner over. They need base runners. So now we got 2 base runners out there for Sidney. That's going to bring up your 4th place hitter, Sammy Niswanger. He has 2 home runs. That leads Sidney in the home run department. There's a wild pitch, and the runners are going to move up. McLean moves to third, and Eccles moves to second. So runners on second and third now with 1 out. Pitches are low now. Last inning he had a little trouble getting them up. Now quite a few of them are bouncing before the plate. They're so low. So there's a line drive over to the first base dugout. That's a strike. So we have an even count now of 1-1 on Sammy Niswanger. Catcher. There's a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. He's out in front of that. So the count right now, 1-2. Belser with a stretch and a pitch. That's high and outside. Ball 2, 2-2. Checks the runner at third. Belser with a pitch. That's high and tight. So now we got a full count on Sammy Niswanger. There's a line drive right back up the middle. And that's going to score the first run for Sidney. Scored by McLean. Eccles moves to third. Niswanger on with a single. So that makes the score 6-1 now, Bellefontaine. Still 1 out. Runners on first and third now. So Sam Martz has given the infield the signal on what they're going to do in case of a steal here with 1 out and a guy on third base. If they're going to throw through or whatever they're going to do. There's a swing and a miss to Colton Risk, the pitcher. Colton flied out to center field his first time up. Nice swinger with the lead. He's not going anywhere. And there's a pop-up in the infield to the right side. The second baseman calls off the first baseman, and he drops it. He drops it. So Eccles with a heads-up play comes in and scores to make the score 6-2. Nice swinger moves down to second. And Colton Risk is on. I guess we'd have to give him a base hit there. Second baseman called off the first baseman and then dove for it and couldn't get it. So runners on first and second now with one out. Brings up the designated hitter, Cole Hoffman. So we'll see what Cole can do here with one out. That is low, ball one. Sidney scored 2 runs here in the bottom of the third inning. That pitch is high, ball 2, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch bounced a bad hop over the shortstop's head. In comes run. That is nice swanger. Makes the score 6-3. Colton Risk moves on to third, and Cole Hoffman is on first. So runners at first and third now. We just about have to give him a base hit. That was a bad hop right over Connor Burton's head. Now it's going to bring up Connor Beer with first and third. We'll see now what they do with one out if they steal. Nope, he's sticking around there. So pitch was taken for a ball. 1-0. Sidney down by 3. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike one. That evens the count at 1-1. Belser with a stretch. Sign. Pitch. Swung and a miss. Throw down to first. And Hoffman is back. Count goes to 1-2. Everybody's playing pretty straight away, infield and outfield. There's a pitch high. Ball 2, 2-2. So far with first and third, we're sticking around there at first. We're not attempting. Steal, there's a strike. That's strike 3. So Connor Beer goes down on strikes, and that's the second out of the inning. Brings up the left fielder, Jack Fiesel. Fiesel flied out to center his first time up. There's a pop-up in the infield. The second baseman, Rubel, is calling for it, under it, and has it for the third out. So, after 3 innings of play, it's Bellefontaine 6 and Sidney 3. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Let us help you with all your home comfort needs. Lockard Incorporated, in your neighborhood since 1945. Let my family serve your family.
Call Lockard Incorporated, 492-8811. Minster Bank is celebrating 100 years of serving our local communities.
We are proud of our past and we look forward to a promising future.
Thanks for the opportunity to help our local businesses grow.
Thanks for letting us serve you past banking hours.
Thanks for letting us serve you and getting to know you personally.
Through our private wealth management department, we provide trusted investment advice.
Minster Bank's success and longevity is truly a testament to the communities and the customers that we serve.
Thanks for 100.
And welcome back here to Sidney High School. We're in the top half of the fourth inning. Bellefontaine leading 6-3. They're going to lead off with Clay Wisner, followed by Connor Burton and Tyler Jones. NK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school boys baseball. Today's game can be seen on NK Telco Cable Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Friday, May 1st at 9 p.m. and Saturday, May 2nd at noon. So Clay Wisner, the third baseman for Bellefontaine, will lead off the inning. He's hit by a pitch, so he'll be on first base. Clay's been on 3 straight times now. He was on a fielder's choice in the first inning and an error by the third baseman in the second inning. That's going to bring up Connor Burton. Connor doubled in the first inning and singled and scored a run in the second inning. There's a line drive center field base hit. We'll see if Wisner's going, but he's not. He's sticking around second, so Wisner's on second base. Burton moves to first base with a single. So runners on first and second. Brings up Tyler Jones. Tyler drew a base on balls first inning and grounded out to third in the second inning. Takes ball 1. Risk. Look back to second and the pitch. There's the breaking pitch. Taken for strike 1. Evens the count at 1-1 on Tyler Jones. Wisner on second, Burton on first. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth. There's a fly ball left field. Left fielder comes in, calls for it, and that's Jack Fiesel, who hauls in the first out of the inning. Going to bring up Cole Braun. Cole flied out to left in the first, and he hit a double in the second inning. Runners remain at first and second. 1 out. Risk with a pitch, off-speed pitch. Taken for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch swung on and missed by Braun. Throw down to second. That's going to go out to center field, but Wisner decides to hang around second. He's on his way back to second and probably would have been thrown out at third if he would have attempted that. Cooper charged the ball from center field and came up with it in a hurry. 1 out. There's a ball in the dirt, gets away from nice swinger, and the runners move up to second and third. So second and third now with 1 out. Let's see what Braun can do. 6-3, Bellefontaine. Pitch, slow breaking pitch. That's a fly ball left field. Fiesel has it. throw comes into third base, and Wisner tags and scores from third, making the score 7-3.
Number 20, Belser.
Two out here in the top of the fourth. That's going to bring up Tommy Belser. Belser popped up to short in the first, popped up to third in the second. And a line drive down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases. Burton comes in to score. And Belser ends up on second base with a double. That's going to make the score 8-3 Bellefontaine.
Number 3, Wisner.
Two out here in the top of the fourth. That's going to bring up Lane Wisner. Lane grounded out to short his first time up. Lined out to second or third in the third inning. So pop up to, or line out to third and a ground ball to short so far in this game. 0-1 pitch. There's this ground ball. That's going to be in the hole. The shortstop made a nice play, and he caught him sleeping there at third base. Rounded it too far and put out there by nice swanger. So a nice play there by the shortstop. Eccles came up with the ball through to third as Belser was rounding third, and they picked him off there. So that's the third out of the inning. And after 3.5 innings, it's Bellefontaine 8 and Sidney 3. You're watching NK Telco Sports.
Keep connected with the latest technology. Download your favorite videos and music. Join in the social buzz, all from your cool smartphone or tablet. If it's time to update your phone or tablet, the experienced professionals at Radio Hospital can help. With cutting-edge devices, awesome service, and a fun experience, you're sure to find the perfect devices for your lifestyle, all at prices you'll love. And be sure to like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter for all the latest technology trends. Radio Hospital is keeping you connected.
If you're in need of quality auto body repair work, Sidney Body Car Star is your #1 choice. With Sidney Body Car Star being the only I-CAR Gold certified auto body repair facility in Shelby County, you can count on our qualified staff to repair your vehicle to your satisfaction, and we offer a lifetime guarantee on our work. Because we know your vehicle and time are important, we also provide daily updates that give you the ability to see the status of your repairs online.
I'm Tom Martin from Sidney Body Car Star. Relax. We'll take it from here.
We're in the bottom half of the fourth inning here at Sidney High School. Bellefontaine 8, Sidney 3. For Sidney, we're going to have 9, 1, and 2. Leading off is going to be Jacob Cooper, followed by the leadoff batter Shane Herbert, and the number 2 batter Austin McLean. Cooper takes strike 1. Cooper grounded out to third base his first time up. Takes the ball. Ball 1, 1-1. A lot of low pitches today. In the dirt. Catchers are getting a workout. Not very many of them have gotten past the catcher, so they're doing a good job. Sam Martz for Bellefontaine, a nice swanger for Sidney. Count of 1 and 2 on Jacob Cooper. Nice pitch there, just outside. Ball 2, 2-2. Belser with a windup and the pitch. There's the ground ball to short. Burton has it over to first and pulls Jones off the bag. So Jacob Cooper gets on. Be an error on the throw. That's going to bring up Shane Herbert for Bellefontaine. Burton's throw was just to the home plate side of first, and Tyler Jones did the right thing. Go get the baseball. Don't let it get by you. Keeps the runner on first base. Belser told by the umpire to get his shirt tail in, so now he's ready. Herbert waiting for the pitch. Throw to first, not in time. Herbert had a single in the first, had a stolen base in the first, and he grounded out to third base in the third. That pitch is taken for a strike. Strike one. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the fourth. Belser steps off. No, we got a conference here with the home plate umpire and Herbert. I don't know if something got in Herbert's eye or maybe a bug, who knows. That ball is taken high and inside. Ball one, 1-1. Still nobody out here in the bottom half of the fourth. There's a strike taken by Herbert. So he falls behind 1-2. Cooper with probably an average lead over there, not too big. There's a weak ground ball to the left side. Wisner has it over to first. That's for out number one. Nice play there by Clay Wisner. And Jacob Cooper moves over to second base on the play. So we have a runner on second now with one out. Austin McLean is now the batter. He struck out in the first, had a base on balls, and scored a run in the third. The pitch, there's a ground ball right back to the box, through the box. Shortstop picks it up and throws it over to Jones for out number two. Cooper moves over to third. So runner on third base now, 2 out. And that's going to bring up Connor Eccles, the shortstop, come in the game batting .413. He grounded out the short in the first, and he singled in the third. There's a ground ball. There's a bad bounce right past Clay Wisner. So Sidney Jacob Cooper scores a run, and Connor Eccles gets on a bad hop single. So that's going to make the score 8-4 now in favor of Bellefontaine. 2 out. Sammy Nice-Swanger is at the plate. The catcher grounded out to short his first time up, and he singled in the third and scored a run. Scored Sidney's third run. And he takes a strike. 0-1, 2 out. Connor Eccles on first. Pitch. And that's inside, ball one. Count evens at 1-1. Eccles getting a good lead at first. Belser checks him. And the pitch. That's high. Ball two, 2-1. Belser is struggling here a little bit here in the fourth, as he did also in the third with his control. That's a pitch inside, 3-1. And again, you know, with a 4-run lead, you don't want to walk people. You want to make them hit the ball. But he got, you know, he had a bad break there the last hitter with a bad hop over the third baseman's shoulder. There's a fly ball to left field, and that's hauled in by Lane Wisner for the third out of the inning. So after 4 innings of play, the score is Bellefontaine 8, Sidney 4, and we'll be right back after these messages.
When you think fertilizer, think Bambauer Fertilizer and Seed. Our new fertilizer facility in Jackson Center enables us full automation of fertilizer receiving and blending. The facility incorporates the fastest and most accurate mixer on the market, with the ability to efficiently add enhancement products such as Avail and Nutrisphere. Maximize your crop yield by utilizing the new technology at Bambauer's. Call 188-MAX-CROP today.
Innovation, it's all around us. NK Telco developed a fiber network in our communities over 10 years ago when the competitors were only thinking about it. Increasing bandwidth to make it convenient for the whole family to enjoy online entertainment and gaming. With our IPTV solution, you can enjoy over 80 HD channels, providing quality TV and movies for the whole family, and even take them on the go with our Watch TV Everywhere app. All this from a company that believes in local customer service from people you know and trust. NK Telco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
Welcome back here to Sidney High School, where Bellefontaine leads the Sidney Yellow Jackets 8-4. For Bellefontaine, they'll have their 8th place hitter leading off as Nick Rubel. He's going to be followed by Andrew Mitchell and then Sam Martz. Colton Risk is still on the mound for Sidney.
Leading off for the Chieftains, number 6.
Nick Rubel had a base hit in the 2nd inning, and he flied out to center field in the 3rd inning. Come in the game batting 171. Risk is stretching. Slow breaking pitch taken for strike 1. So he's opted to go to the stretch with nobody on. There's a line drive down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. He rounds first and holds up. That's going to be Jack Fiesel out there in left field. Made a nice play to hold Rubel to a single. It's going to bring up Andrew Mitchell, 262 hitting junior, playing center field today for Bellefontaine. Risk checks the runner at first. Now the pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle. The shortstop is going to have it. Shovels it to second, over to first, and that gets by the first baseman. I think that's probably a little late anyway, but they did get the lead runner. That's the main thing there. So we had a 6-4 put out there. For the first out, Andrew Mitchell will be on first. That's going to bring up Sam Martz. Martz had a single in the first, single in the second, scored a run, and then he lined out to the second baseman in the 3rd. Come in the game batting 333, sophomore catcher. So 1-0 count on Martz. There's a throw to first, not in time. Trying to hold the runner close. Slow breaking ball taken for a strike. 1-1 on Martz. Martz has 4 stolen bases this year, 11 RBIs. Nice stop there by Niswanger, but can't retrieve it in time. And Mitchell moves up to second base. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Runner at second. Sam Martz at the plate. There's the foul ball straight back. Out of play. 2-2 is the count. One out. Top of the 5th. Another breaking ball into the dirt. It's going to make the count full now at 3-2. One out. 8-4, Bellefontaine. Slow breaking ball in the dirt once again. That's base on balls for Sam Martz. Puts him on first base. Runners on first and second now with 1 out. And that's going to bring up Clay Wisner, third baseman. Came in the game batting .345. Grounded out to third in the first. Got on an error in the second. And hit by a pitch in the fourth, and he scored 3 runs already this game. So he's been on 3 straight times, scored 3 runs. Got a 1-0 count on him. Slow breaking ball once again. Slow roller down to third. Gets by the third baseman over to the shortstop. And he got him. A nice play there by Jay Stewart again. Nice pickup into the dirt. So he's out 6-3 for the second out, and that's going to bring up Connor Burton. Runner on second and third now for the Chieftains. Foul straight back. Strike 1. So 2 out here in the top of the 5th. Risk trying to get that third out. A slow breaking ball again. Strike 0-2 on Connor Burton. Connor had a double in the first. He singled in the second, singled in the fourth, scored 2 runs. That pitch is low and outside. Ball 1, 1-2. 2 out. Connor came into the game batting .300. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's a third out. Strikeout for Risk. So after 4.5 innings, Bellefontaine 8, Sidney 4. You're watching NK Telco Sports.
Whatever you're hungry for, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you can find it at Cardinal Express.
Our communities are filled with history, culture, and ambition. People who put others first. We are a bank that is defined by what we do, not just who we are. We build relationships. We grow businesses. We support communities. We advise the people that matter most to us, our customers. Stop in at any of our 5 locations, sign up for internet banking, or download our mobile app to better serve you. We can assist you with your next loan, personal accounts, investments, or business needs. Think first. First National Bank. Member FDIC.
Okay, welcome back here to Sidney High School. We are in the bottom of the 5th. And leading off for Sidney is going to be Carlton Risk. He's going to be followed by Cole Hoffman and Connor Beer. 8-4, Bellefontaine. Pitch is high. Ball 1. Colton flied out to the left in the second, and he had a single in the third. The pitch, there's a fly ball right center field. I don't think anybody's going to get to that. Center fielder dives, he can't get it. It's all the way to the wall. And Colton risked. Trots into second with a stand-up double. That's going to bring up Cole Hoffman. So now we have a conference at the mound. Martz and Belser. Nobody out. Guy on second base. Cole Hoffman is the batter. He come in the game batting .500 with a limited number of times at the plate. He's the DH for the Yellow Jackets, and he takes strike one. So Belser with the stretch and the pitch. There's a foul ball over the first base dugout. Strike two, 0-2 on Cole Hoffman. Ideally, he wants to move this runner over, even though they're down 4 runs, but hit it to the right side, move him over to third. Every run is important at this point. But he's got a big hole over there with the second baseman holding the runner on second, so that would be the proper place for the ball to be hit. See if he can get it done. There's a ground ball to short. That's an error by the shortstop, Burton. And Risk is going to come in to score, making the score 8-5, Bellefontaine. Just a routine ground ball to short, and he aired it, so Cole Hoffman is on the air. The run is in, brings up Connor Beer. Connor was hit by a pitch. There's a foul ball back, out of play, and he struck out in the third. So 8-5 now, here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cole Hoffman is on first, and Connor Beer at the plate, waiting for the 0-1 pitch, and that's 1-1 now is the count as the ball gets through Martz, comes all the way back to the backstop, and Hoffman moves up to second base. So a runner on second now, nobody out. Chance for Beer to have an RBI now, hit it any place. Takes the ball outside, ball 2, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that's fouled off over the first base dugout. That's going to even the count at 2-2. So Hoffman at second, Belser with the check and the pitch. And there's another foul ball off the right field line. The 2-2 count remains on Mr. Beer. Big run out there for Sidney. They can get him in. There's a fly ball down the right field line, and that is a fair ball. Cole Hoffman rounding third, he's coming in. And Connor Beer is held at second base with a stand-up double. So Hoffman scores, making the score Bellefontaine 8 and Sidney 6. And we've got the same scenario again with runner on first base and nobody out. Or runner on second base, I'm sorry. So that'll give us time to go over our sponsors one more time. First National Bank, NK Telco Sports, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental, Arrowhead Golf Course, Radio Hospital, Elmwood Assisted Living, St. Mary's Trucking, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Remax Select, Francis Furniture, Lockhards Incorporated, Minster Bank, Sidney Body Car Star, Bumbar Fertilizer, NK Telco, Cardinal Express. Scoreboard sponsors First National Bank, Think First, and the keys to the game were brought to you by Bud's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. And the first pitch to Jack Fiesel has popped up down the right field line. The right fielder, Cole Braun, hauls it in for the first out. That's going to bring up Jacob Cooper. Connor Beer moves over to third base. Jacob grounded out to third in the first, and he got on an error by the shortstop in the fourth inning. So a runner on first now with one out. There's a ground ball up the middle, hits the umpire. That's going to be a hit. And the runner from third scores. That was Connor Beer. They're going to give some attention here to the umpire. That had to hurt. He just couldn't get out of the way in time. You see it happen every once in a while, and this was it. So the runner scores, making the score 8-7, Bellefontaine. And Jacob Cooper ends up on first base. Going to bring up Shane Herbert, their right fielder. He's the leadoff batter for Sidney. He had a single in the first, grounded out to third in the third, grounded out to third in the fourth. Come into the game batting .321. So they have the top of the lineup up now with one out, down by one. Pitch, there's a foul ball over the right. Strike one. 0-1. Still one out. We are in the bottom of the fifth in a one-run game now. Ball in the dirt. 1-1. Belser with a stretch. A pitch. That's inside. Ball two. 2-1. Short lead at first. Stretch and a pitch. That's in the dirt. Ball three. 3-1. So Herbert's job is to get on any way he can. He has to be looking for a strike here. Nope. Bouncer in the dirt. Ball four. So Herbert moves on to first. Cooper on to second. Still one out. 3 runs in so far here in the bottom of the fifth. And we're going to have a pitching change for Bellefontaine. Looks like the first baseman, Tyler Jones, is going to come in to pitch. And at first base will be number 4, and we'll have to look that up, see who he is. Okay, while he's warming up, we'll take this break from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. You're watching NK Telco Sports.
NK Telco Sports, Ohio's leading sports broadcasting company, is dedicated to sports coverage, filming over 120 collegiate and high school sporting events that bring quality content and excellent sportsmanship to the big screen. Team up with us as an NK Telco sponsor and receive many benefits: commercials that will be seen by thousands of viewers, multiple name mentions, live web ads, monthly bill stuffers, and discounted network ad insertion spots. Packages are available for any budget. Contact us today.
You'll save up to 70% on utility cost with New Knoxville Supply and water furnace geothermal technology. Let New Knoxville Supply install a water furnace geothermal system with energy management for super efficient heating, cooling, and hot water. It's easy to calculate your savings. Just log on to newknoxvillesupply.com and click on the water furnace icon. Plus, the 30% tax credit is still available. Be smarter from the ground up. Contact New Knoxville Supply and install your new water furnace geothermal system.
Okay, we got Tyler Jones comes from first base into the pitch now. He has a 2-2 record, a 3.25 ERA. Playing first base now is number 4, Lane Kaiser. Let's go with Kaiser. Lane Kaiser. So he's got a runner on second base with 1 out. So Kaiser is going to be in the batting order for Tommy Belser. And at the plate for Sidney is Austin McLean. Jacob Cooper is on second, and Shane Herbert is on first. So first and second, 1 out, 8-7 is the ball game. So Sidney needs the runner at second to tie this game. And McLean comes in the game batting .245. He struck out in the first inning. In the third inning, he had a base on balls. And in the fourth inning, he grounded out to short. So the sophomore steps in, and he's ready. That pitch is taken for a ball. Ball 1. Oh, he called that a strike. I'm sorry. 0-1. I'm calling it before he is, and I'm not always right. So I'm better wait for him to make the call. Ball 1. 1-1. So Tyler Jones comes in here in the bottom of the 5th for Bellefontaine. See if he can put out the fire. There's a pitch taken high. Ball 2. 2-1. Tyler Jones has pitched 28 innings so far this year. There's a bunt right back to the mound. Checks third, throws to first for the second out of the inning. Now it's going to bring up Connor Eccles. Herbert moves on to second, and Jacob Cooper is now on third. So we have runners on second and third now with 2 outs. So the tying run on third and the go-ahead run on second. Eccles comes into the game batting .413, so that's why the bunt, to get them over in scoring position. For a guy batting .413, you're going to take your chances. He takes ball 2, 2-0. So I think he's probably aware of what kind of a hitter Eccles is, staying away from him. There's a good pitch right down the middle. 2-1. 2 out, bottom of the 5th. Jones with the stretch. The pitch. That's low. Ball 3. 3-1. Jones has 1 save this year, 36 strikeouts in 28 innings. There's strike 2. So that's a pretty good ratio there. 36 strikeouts in 28 innings. That's over 1 an inning. He could use 1 here. There's a ground ball right up the middle, and that's going to be into center field. A base hit for Connor Nichols. That scores 1 run. The throw comes in. It's 2 runs scores. And Eccles round second. He's going to third. Throw to third. And they got him. So he's throwing out pitcher to the third baseman for the 3rd out. But Sidney does score 2 runs to go up 9-8 here in the bottom half of the 5th. So we'll be right back after these messages. You're watching MK Telco Sports.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Myring, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
Okay, we're back here at Sidney High School for the top half of the 6th inning. Sidney has just gone ahead 9-8. And for Bellefontaine, they're going to have Tyler Jones, Cole Braun, and Tommy, or it would be Lane Kaiser will be batting for Belser, who was the starting pitcher, but Kaiser came in to play first base when Belser came out. So Tyler Jones takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. That pitch is high. Ball 2 from Risk, who's gone the whole way so far for Sidney. Jones, left-handed batter, swings and misses. Strike 1, 2-1. Had a base on balls in the first, grounded out to third in the second, and in the 4th inning he flied out to left field. So there he takes the pitch that's just low for ball 3, 3-1. Bellefontaine needs a base runner, obviously, being down by 1. That pitch is a breaking ball high, ball 4. So Bellefontaine has their leadoff batter on, and that's going to bring up Cole Braun. He flied out to left field in the first. He had a double in the second, and a sacrifice fly to the left in the 4th. He squares the bunt and misses, or he fouls straight down for a strike, strike 1. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Bellefontaine down now 1 run, 9-8. Jones getting the lead. There, squares the bunt again, fouls it off. Strike 2. So trying to move the runner over. Now we'll see what we do here. If we still have the bunt sign on, or if he's just going to try to hit behind the runner maybe and move him over that way. Anything now to get him to second. Throw to first, holding him tight. Don't want him to get a real big lead over there, just in case there would be a play at second base. There's a ground ball to right field, base hit. And Tyler Jones round second. He's on his way to third. He'll be there standing up on a base hit there by Cole Braun. So Braun's on first and moves Jones all the way over to third. So now we have first and third with nobody out. That's going to bring up Kaiser. Be Kaiser's first time at the plate, as he came in when there was a pitching change. Playing first base now for the Chieftains. See once what Bellefontaine does now with runners on first and third and nobody out. A swing and a miss there by Kaiser. Strike 1. Wrist checks the runner and now throws over to first base. They thought he might be going. See once what Sidney does if he does go. Do you throw down the second or do you hold it? He's taking off. He steps off the rubber, throws the second. They're going to got him in a rundown. He's got him out. And Bellefontaine fails to move the runner over. So gave himself up but couldn't score. There was a nice play there by the pitcher, Risk, stepping off the rubber, throwing to the shortstop, and the shortstop ran him down back to first base and got the out. So now a runner on third base is Tyler Jones. And Kaiser still at the plate with an 0-2 count. And 1 out now. There's a pop up in the infield. Second baseman McLean calls for it. He's under it and he has it for the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Lane Wisner. It's going to be up to Wisner now to get the runner Jones in from third base. 2 out. And we are in the top half of the 6th. There's a breaking ball. Nice stop again by Sammy Neiswanger. He's done a nice job today behind the plate blocking pitches. There's been a lot of pitches from both sides in the dirt. Both catchers have done a good job. Matter of fact, I can only remember maybe one pitch coming all the way back to the backstop. Sure don't need a wild pitch here with a runner on third. There's a strike, 1-1. Wisner came into the game 265 hitter. Batting 7th today for Bellefontaine. That's strike 2, 1-2 now on Wisner. The tying run is 90 feet away. There's a fly ball, right center field. The center fielder hauls it in. That's Jacob Cooper. Hauls that ball in for the third out of the inning. So Sidney holds them off and still leads 9-8. We're going to the bottom half of the 6th inning. You're watching NK Telco Sports.
My name is John Kramer. I am 90 years old. I've decided that it was time for me to go to assisted living. I lived by myself for 14 years. I knew I was getting older and life was harder to live. I fell down a couple times at home. I decided that Elmwood was the place for me to go. It's like a family in there. Choose Elmwood. I believe it.
There's a lot of early mornings that go into 40 years of service, a lot of miles on these tires, and millions of pounds of cargo have traveled in these trailers. It's about dependable service, the kind of service that shows up 30 minutes early every time, that gets your products, cargo, and business from point A to point B safely, quickly, and efficiently. We are St. Mary's Trucking, traveling the roads of commerce in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky. Men and women who produce the solutions that make your business grow, because the most important thing to them is you.
Okay, we're going to the bottom half of the 6th inning here in Sidney, where Sidney now holds a 1-run lead, 9-8 over Bellefontaine. And for Sidney, you're going to have Sammy Neiswanger leading off, followed by Colton Risk and Cole Hoffman, the DH. For Bellefontaine, we still have Tyler Jones, who entered the game as a pitcher from first base in the last inning. He's still on the mound. So far for Sidney, they have 9 runs on 9 hits. So we start the bottom half of the 6th inning with a ball to Sammy Neiswanger, who we've already said had done a nice job behind the plate today for Sidney. There's a swing and a foul tip into the catcher's glove for strike 1, 1-1. There's another curveball for strike 2, 1-2 on Neiswanger. Jones is in the stretch even though nobody's on, so he's used to pitching from the stretch. You see that more and more now in high school, where they get comfortable with the stretch, so they just stay in it instead of the wind-up. Jones with a pitch, and there's a foul off for a strike 2. 2-2 evens the count. Sidney's trying to get a add-on run here, an insurance run, before they enter the top of the 7th. There's a swing and the ball goes into the dirt, so Martz throws down to Kaiser for the first out. And that's going to bring up Colton Risk, the pitcher. Fly it out to center field in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd, and he hit a double in the 5th inning and scored a run. Pitch is low and outside, ball 1. No breeze at all right now. It's still out here. Very comfortable. Sun's going down. And that pitch is outside, ball 2. Just off the outside part of the plate. So Jones, as we said, has 36 strikeouts in 28 innings. So he has 1 strikeout this inning for the first out. He's got a 2-1 count now on Risk. The only pitcher, Clay Wisner, has 34 innings pitched, so he's right up there with him. Swing and a miss. That's evens the count at 2-2 now. Nobody out, or excuse me, one out. Stretch and a pitch. There's outside, ball 3, full count now on Colton Risk. Colton's a senior, pitched the whole game so far for Sidney. That ball is low, ball 4. So Risk is on first base now with one out. Brings up Cole Hoffman, the designated hitter. He got on a base on balls in the second, had a single in the third, and he got on an error by the shortstop in the 5th inning. So runner on first, that'd be a big insurance run down there for Sidney on first base. And that pitch is taken for a strike, strike 1. Jones is living on the outside part of the plate right now. If he misses, it's outside, but if it's a strike, it's usually right on the outside corner. Steps off, throws to first. He knows that's an important run there on first base. There's a slow curveball taken for a ball. Ball 1. 1-1 is the count. One out. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Sidney 9, Bellefontaine 8. That's outside. Ball 2. 2-1. Risk on first. So Jones is behind the hitter, 2-1. That ball's inside, just about hit him. But Hoffman gets out of the way, 3-1. Stretch and a pitch. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2, full count now on Hoffman. So we'll see 3-2, one out. See if the runner's off on the pitch. He's not. And a foul straight back. Count remains 3-2. He wasn't going on that pitch. You would assume he's not going on this one. He's not going, and Hoffman takes ball 4. Moves on to first base. Risk moves on to second. Still one out, and Connor Beer comes to the plate. Connor was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 3rd inning, and had a double and scored a run in the 5th inning. Still one out, first and second. So it's a big run now on second base if they can get him in. And Beer came into the game batting .275, bluffs a bunt. He didn't offer at it, says the base umpire, so it's ball 1. So Jones with the stretch and check the runner on second and the pitch and squares around the bunt. Bunts it back to the pitcher. Jones picks it up, throws it to Kaiser for the first out. So that brings up Jack Fiesel as the runners move up now to second and third. So a base hit now probably means 2 runs. We've got 2 out. So they're going to need a base hit or an error to score at least 1. There's that pitch. He's got the corner that time. Strike 1. You can tell he has experience pitching because he keeps the ball away really nice on the hitters. 1-1 is the count as the catcher. Martz wanted that ball inside and Jones threw it outside. So let's see what they try to do here. Giving him the target on the outside part of the plate. And there's the curveball, didn't break. Kind of a hanging breaking pitch. High and inside, ball 2. 2-1. Jones with the stretch again and the pitch. There's a little soft line drive up the middle, and the shortstop gets it and throws it over to Kaiser for the third out. So we have played 6 innings here in Sidney, and the score remains Sidney 9, Bellefontaine 8. We're going to the top of the 7th right after these messages. You're watching NK Telco Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Everyone builds dream houses. But when you dream, you close your eyes. That's why you need a guide. To see if it's too close to the train. To line up a good school. And remind you of the cost of a pool. With a RE/MAX agent, you will see how much better than a dream home the right home can be. RE/MAX. Dream with your eyes open.
And welcome back here to Sidney High School, where Sidney holds a 1-run lead, 9-8 over Bellefontaine. And on the mound now is number 7, Connor Eccles for Sidney. And his job is to close it out here against Bellefontaine and preserve this 1-run lead. And I think Risk, that's Risk now has moved. Looks like he's moved over to third base. I'll check, see when he turns around for his number. Yeah, Risk now is at third. And that means Connor Beer has moved over to short. For Bellefontaine, Nick Rubel is going to lead off here in the 7th inning. He's the 8th place batter. And he takes a strike 1. He's going to be followed by Andrew Mitchell. And then the top of the order, Sam Martz. So Rubel swings and pops it up back. Now to play. Ooh, just missed the lady on the phone. So that was luck. So we have a count of 0-2 now on Nick Rubel. And a swing and a miss on a breaking ball, strike 3. That's the first out. That's going to bring up Andrew Mitchell now. Andrew has singled in the 2nd and scored a run. got on an error by the second baseman in the third inning and on a fielder's choice in the fifth inning. There, he swings on a fastball and fouls it back. Strike one. Andrew came in the game batting .262. Junior playing center field today for the Chieftains. There, he checks his swing and a foul tip. That's going to be strike two. So 0-2 on Mitchell. Eccles with the wind and the pitch. That's high and outside. Ball one. 1-2. That ball's taken for ball two. That's outside. The count evens at 2-2. Nobody on, one out. We're in the top of the seventh. There's a swing and a miss. Strike three. That's 2 outs now. And the next batter is going to be Sam Martz at the top of the order. Sam comes in the game hitting .333. He scored 1 run today, got a hit. So he's 1 for 3 with a base on, or 1 for 4. Actually singled in the first, singled in the second, lined out to second in the third. There's a line drive left field, down the left field line. The left fielder dives and cannot get it. Martz is on his way to second, and he's going to hold up there with a stand-up double. So Martz does his job. There's a nice try out there by Fiesel. Dove and couldn't get it, but he did hold him to a double. So 2 out, and Clay Wisner is the batter. Clay grounded out to third in the first, got on an error by the third baseman in the second, hit by a pitch in the fourth, and grounded out to short in the fifth. So the tying run now is on second base for Bellefontaine. There's a breaking pitch taken for strike one. That's a nice pitch there by Eccles. So Eccles gets a sign. He steps off the rubber. Wants a different pitch. Stretch and the check of the runner and the pitch. That's ball inside, gets away from Niswonger, but recovers in time to hold Martz at second base. Nine to 8, Sidney, 2 out. Top of the seventh. 1-1 count on Wisner. There's a line drive left field, and the left fielder drops it. Lost it in the sun, Fiesel did, and the tying run comes in, and that's Martz. So Wisner now is on second base. That ball got into the sun. You can see the sun reflecting off of Fiesel's sunglasses out there, and it was head high. He reached over to his right shoulder and got his glove on it, but couldn't hold it. So the tying run is in, 9-9. Bellefontaine has tied it up here in the top half of the seventh inning. Connor Burton is now the batter. There's a weak ground ball, foul down the third baseline. So Connor doubled in the first, singled in the second, singled in the fourth, struck out in the fifth. So Sidney caught a bad break there with the sun shining right in the left fielder's eyes, and that's exactly where the ball went. Well, that's low. Ball 1-1 is the count. 2 out here in the top of the 7th. Checks the runner and the slow breaking ball in the dirt. Nice stop there by Niswanger once again. Holds the runner at second base, and 2-1 is the count. There's a nice pitch. Caught the inside corner for strike 2. 2-2. And Burton waiting for the pitch. Here it is. There's a line drive right field. And Herbert hauls it in for the 3rd out. So Bellefontaine scores the tying run, 9-9. As we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning here at Sidney. So we'll be right back after these messages. You're watching NK Telco Sports.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Let us help you with all your home comfort needs. Lockard Incorporated, in your neighborhood since 1945. Let my family serve your family.
Call Lockard Incorporated, 492-8811.
Okay, we're in the bottom half of the 7th inning. For Sidney, you're going to have Jacob Cooper leading off. Then we're going to go back to the top of the lineup with Shane Herbert. And he's going to be followed by Austin McLean. 9-9 tie here this afternoon. So Sidney has a chance to win it in the bottom of the 7th. Tyler Jones still on the mound for Bellefontaine. He's done a nice job since coming in. That ball's low, ball 1. So Jacob Cooper's looking to get on any way he can. He would be happy with a walk. There's ball 2, low and outside. So a little manicuring of the mound there where he steps down with his left foot. And there's a strike. 2-1 on Jacob Cooper. Jacob grounded out to third. He got on an error by the shortstop. And he also had a base hit in the 5th and scored a run. He takes low and outside ball 3. 3-1. Jones with a stretch and a 3-1 pitch. That's low, ball 4. So Sidney has the winning run now on first. And that's going to bring up Shane Herbert. The So Jones checks the runner at first. They're expecting a bunt. And that pitch is high and outside like a pitch out, with the second baseman, Rubel, going over to cover first. So they had the play on where Kaiser charges and the second baseman comes over behind the runner, but it did not fool Jacob Cooper. So 1-0 now on Shane Herbert. He takes strike one. So 1-1 on Herbert. Didn't offer at that ball, didn't even square around, so we'll see once what he's doing here. It's the bunt again. He bunts a nice bunt down the third baseline, but it rolls foul. Third baseman Wisner left it go, and the spin takes it foul. So 1-2 now on Herbert. Jacob Cooper still at first base. We'll see if the bunt's still on now with a count of 1-2. You kind of doubt it. Yep. He was going to bunt it. Took it low outside, ball 2. 2-2. So they must feel comfortable with Herbert's handling of the bat, because a foul ball would be a strikeout. He's swinging away now, but he takes strike 3. So that's the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. That's going to bring up Austin McLean. Austin struck out in the first, walked in the third, grounded to short in the fourth, grounded to pitcher in the fifth. There's a bunt back to the pitcher, throws it back to second for 1, and no throw over to first. So the sacrifice did not work there, and he's thrown out catcher to short for the second out. And McLean now is on first. And Connor Eccles is at the plate. So Sidney was unable to move the runner over. There's a ground ball to third. Wisner has it over to Kaiser, and that's the third out. So we've played 7 innings here at Sidney, and the score is tied 9-9. We'll be right back after these messages.
Minster Bank is celebrating 100 years of serving our local communities.
We are proud of our past, and we look forward to a promising future.
Thanks for the opportunity to help our local businesses grow.
Thanks for letting us serve you past banking hours.
Thanks for letting us serve you and getting to know you personally.
Through our private wealth management department, we provide trusted investment advice.
Minster Bank's success and longevity is truly a testament to the communities and the customers that we serve.
Thanks for 100.
Keep connected with the latest technology. Download your favorite videos and music. Join in the social buzz, all from your cool smartphone or tablet. If it's time to update your phone or tablet, the experienced professionals at Radio Hospital can help. With cutting-edge devices, awesome service, and a fun experience, you're sure to find the perfect devices for your lifestyle, all at prices you'll love. And be sure to like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter for all the latest technology trends. Radio Hospital is keeping you connected.
Okay, we're back here at Sidney High School where we have a 9-9 score, and we're going to extra innings here. We're in the top of the 8th inning, and for Bellefontaine, Tyler Jones will be leading off, followed by Cole Bruin and Lane Kaiser. So Jones waits for the pitch, and he swings and fouls one off the third base side for strike 1. Bellefontaine has 9 runs on 10 hits. There's another foul ball, strike 2. 0-2 on Tyler Jones. Tyler came in and from first base and has pitched a couple innings now. Now he's at the plate. They need a run. There's a slow breaking ball, bounce back up the middle. Shortstop picks it up, throws it first. Not in time. So Jones leads off with an infield single. Just too slow for the shortstop to come in and get that ball. That's going to bring up Cole Braun for Bellefontaine. That ball is fouled. 0-1. Didn't want to offer that, but couldn't help it. And ticked the ball and came back to the backstop. So 0-1 now on Cole Braun. Tyler Jones at first. That ball's low. Ball 1. 1-1. Eccles checks the runner at first. Now the pitch. Squares the bunt. Bunts it foul. 1-2. Just didn't square around. Just, didn't move his feet to square around. Just looked like he'd bunt for a base hit, but we all know it's a sacrifice. There's a ground ball in the hole. That's going to go into right field for a base hit. And Tyler Jones moves on to third base. So Tyler Jones on third, and Cole Braun comes through with a base hit. That's going to bring up number 20 is going to be batting. That's Belser is re-entering. He started as a pitcher. Came out. Kaiser was in his spot in the batting order. Now Belser is back in there. So we have runners on first and third now. So Sidney's on the mound now talking about how they want to play it. It could be a squeeze play. You're going to play the infield in. If so, every play is going to be at the plate. See where they play the outfield. It's not like it's a walk-off situation. They still have their turn at bat, so regardless of what happens, Sidney is going to get their turn. But they got to be on the same page here. Be aware of a squeeze play. With nobody out. You wouldn't think that would be the case, but we'll see. That ball's taken inside, ball 1. So we'll see how Eccles handles this with a runner on third base. There's ball 2. And that ball goes into center field. So Jones is going to come in with the lead run. So Bellefontaine goes up now 10-9. The second baseman came over there to cut that ball off. Did not cut it off. Goes into center field. The runner stays at second. That's Cole Braun. So they had the runner moving there, and it paid off. They got the Sidney Yellow Jackets to make the mistake. Enables them to score the go-ahead run, and they end up with Cole Braun on second base. So Belser is still at the plate with a 2-0 count on him. So we'll see once what they do now, if they want to bunt him over or with 2-0 maybe take a strike before they do that. We'll see what they have in mind. Coach Caudle is coaching third base. He's making those decisions. And Belser takes strike 2, so that evens the count at 2-2. So now the bunt is off. His job is to hit it to the right side and move the runner over. There's a pop-up down the left field line. Third baseman over to get that, and that's Colton Risk. Hauls it in for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Lane Wisner. So Bellefontaine fails to move the runner over. Still a runner on second base. 1 out. And Wisner at the plate. Eccles with the stretch and the pitch. Taken for strike 1. So that would be a big run at second base if they can get him in. There's a curveball, got away from him, high inside. Good stop there by Sammy Weiss. Nice Swanger, I'm sorry. Sammy Nice Swanger has done a very nice job there behind the plate. Eccles has the sign. I'll check the runner. The pitch, there's another curveball, and that's taken for strike 2. So 1-2 count now on Lane Wisner. Another pitch low. 2-2 on Wisner. Cole Braun trying to get a big enough lead there where he can score on a single. Second baseman holding him tight. There's ball 3. So full count now on Lane Wisner. Ten to 9, Bellefontaine leading here in the top half of the 8th inning. Game has slowed down a little bit. The pitchers are taking their time so they don't make a mistake. There's a ball 4, curveball low outside. So Wisner takes a walk, moves on to first base, and that's going to bring up Nick Rubel. Rubel struck out his last time at bat. Coming in the game batting 171. There's a fly ball, right center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Braun around third. He's going to score. Rubel goes into second base sliding with a double. So Braun scores. That makes the score 11 to 9. As Lane Wisner moves on to third base. So Wisner on third, Rubel on second, brings up Andrew Mitchell now with 1 out. Now the infield is in. Coach Schaffner is headed to the mound. And we'll see who the next pitcher is, or if there will be a pitching change. And while they're deciding that, let's take a break here. 11-9 Bellefontaine, and we'll be right back after these messages.
If you're in need of quality auto body repair work, Sidney Body Car Star is your #1 choice. With Sidney Body Car Star being the only I-CAR Gold certified auto body repair facility in Shelby County, you can count on our qualified staff to repair your vehicle to your satisfaction, and we offer a lifetime guarantee on our work. Because we know your vehicle and time are important, we also provide daily updates that give you the ability to see the status of your repairs online.
I'm Tom Martin from Sidney Body Car Star. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Okay, we're back here. Jay Stewart now is the pitcher for Sidney. And there's a pop-up straight back. And a nice try there by Niswanger, but he couldn't hold on to it. And we have Andrew Mitchell at the plate now for Bellefontaine. Runners on second and third. 2 out. 0-1 count on Mitchell. 11-9 Bellefontaine. The pitch, and there's a foul straight back. That's strike 2. 0-2 on Mitchell. Mitchell is singled, got on an error by the second baseman, got on a fielder's choice, and he struck out in the 7th. 2 runners on would be big runs. There's a ground ball down the right field line. That's a fair ball. 1 run will score. Here comes the second run. He'll score. The throw goes into second, and he's out. So that's the 3rd out of the inning on a throw from the right fielder to the shortstop. But 2 runs score on that base hit by Mitchell. And that's 4 runs in this inning. And the score now is 13-9, and there are 2 out now here in the top of the 8th, and that's going to bring up Sam Martz. That pitch is low and outside, ball 1. We have Jay Stewart now on the mound for Sidney. There he takes a strike 1, 1-1. Strike 2, 1-2. Swung the ball low and outside there. Takes the ball. That evens the count at 2-2. And he checks his swing in time. Ball 3. Full count, 3-2. Nobody on, 2 out, 13-9. Takes ball 4, low and outside. So Martz is on. And that brings up Clay Wisner. He got on an error by the left fielder in the 7th. That scored the tying run at the time. The sun won't be in his eyes this time. The sun is down, going down. They do have lights here, but not dark enough for that yet. Oh and 1 on Clay Wisner. Takes low and outside, ball 1, 1-1. Wisner takes low outside, ball 2, 2-1. Need strikes here if you're Sidney. Ball 3, 3-1. So Stewart's finding it hard to find the strike zone. That pitch is high, ball 4. So runners on first and second now. Martz on second, Wisner on first. Going to bring up Connor Burton. Burton has doubled, singled, struck out, and flied out to right and scored 2 runs. There's a pop-up in the infield. First baseman's calling for it, and that is Mr. Risk. Hauls it in for the 3rd out. So after 7.5, Bellefontaine 13, Sidney 9. We'll be right back after these messages.
When you think fertilizer, think Bambauer Fertilizer and Seed. Our new fertilizer facility in Jackson Center enables us full automation of fertilizer receiving and blending. The facility incorporates the fastest and most accurate mixer on the market, with the ability to efficiently add enhancement products such as Avail and Nutrisphere. Maximize your crop yield by utilizing the new technology at Bambauer's. Call 188-MAX-CROP today.
Innovation, it's all around us. NK Telco developed a fiber network in our communities over 10 years ago when the competitors were only thinking about it. Increasing bandwidth to make it convenient for the whole family to enjoy online entertainment and gaming. With our IPTV solution, you can enjoy over 80 HD channels, providing quality TV and movies for the whole family, and even take them on the go with our Watch TV Everywhere app. All this from a company that believes in local customer service from people you know and trust. NK Telco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
Well, we're back here for the last half of the 8th inning with Bellefontaine leading 13-9. While we have a little time, I'd like to thank our staff here today. Producer is Isaac Sell. Assistant producer is Daniel Allen. On the cameras, we have Gene McCullum and Phil Wiedenhef. And I'm Ron Cruzy. And we're glad to bring you today's game here at Sidney between Sidney Yellow Jackets and the Bellefontaine Chieftains. Leading off for Sidney here in the bottom half of the 8th is going to be the catcher, Sammy Neiswanger. He's going to be followed by Colton Risk and Cole Hoffman. The first pitch by Jones is taken for a strike. Sammy has grounded out to short, had a single, fly it out to left, and he struck out in the 6th. He watches that slow curveball down low in the dirt, takes it for ball 1, 1-1. So Jones with a fastball for, guess it was outside. That's ball 2, 2-1. Neiswanger hits a fly ball into center field. Andrew Mitchell's under it. Hauls it in for the first out. That's going to bring up Colton Risk. Sidney's down to their last 2 outs.
The first baseman.
Risk started as a pitcher. Moved over to third, and now he's at first base. Takes low, ball 1. Jones with the stretch and the pitch. Wrist takes strike one. 1-1. 1 out. And there's strike two. 1-2. Colton flied out to center, had a single, had a double, scored a run, and he walked in the 6th inning. There's a fly ball to right field. Right fielder Cole Braun hauls it in for the 2nd out. So Sidney's down to their final out, and that's going to be up to Cole Hoffman to continue the inning. Designated hitter. He walked, he had a single, got on an error by the shortstop, and he walked again in the 6th. So they're going to have to throw him a strike because he has a pretty good eye at the plate. Takes ball 1. As the sun goes down here, it's cooling off. There's a ground ball to short. Backhands it, but no throw. Nice job of getting to the ball, but just couldn't get released to first. So it brings up Connor Beer on an infield single by Cole Hoffman. So Connor Beer has been hit by a pitch and has struck out. He's had a double, and he grounded back to the pitcher. There's a fly ball to center field. Andrew Mitchell is under it, and he has it, and that's a 3rd out. So Bellefontaine defeats Sidney 13-9, and we'll be right back for the wrap-up after these messages.
Whatever you're hungry for, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you can find it at Cardinal Express.
Our communities are filled with history, culture, and ambition. People who put others first. We are a bank that is defined by what we do, not just who we are. We build relationships. We grow businesses. We support communities. We advise the people that matter most to us, our customers. Stop in at any of our 5 locations, sign up for internet banking, or download our mobile app to better serve you. We can assist you with your next loan, personal accounts, investments, or business needs. Think first. First National Bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Sidney High School, where the Bellefontaine Chieftains have defeated the Sidney Yellow Jackets by a score of 13-9 in 8 innings. For Bellefontaine, they had 13 runs on 13 hits. Sidney had 9 runs on 10 hits. They came back in the 5th inning to tie it up, but Bellefontaine comes back here in the 8th inning and scores 1, 2, 3, 4 runs in the 8th inning to win the ball game 13-9. So that'll just about do it here at Sidney. And for everybody here at NK Telco Sports, have a good evening.